So it's Sunday morning. I just got to the farm. We've been at the lake all weekend celebrating the 4th of July, and the Apache's out. What's going on? Who could it be? What the heck are you doing?
Well, we got spray to do.
It just rained.
2-wheel drive.
Oh, I thought someone stole the Apache.
You know, I had to just come see it for myself.
He's been talking crap. You were a crap talker of the Apache.
I was.
So we had to bring him here to test drive. So we've been test driving for what? Last 45 minutes?
Yeah, probably.
And
I'd see it for myself, and I will eat most of my words.
Most.
Most of it.
He was very concerned about the gear shifting hydro handle. That's the throttle. But that's the biggest thing that you're impressed with, huh?
It's just like a case tractor.
It is. With a torque converter, so...
It really gets up and goes in here.
I heard you grabbing gears out there.
I might have grabbed the 2. 6 is a little fast for the yard.
Yeah, for the yard it is. So Chris came up for the 4th of July weekend. We've been hanging out, unfortunately, for both of our disappointment. The weekend's almost over. And this was his one request, that we take it for a hot lap while you were up here.
I'm leaving after this.
Unfortunately, he is. When you seen him, probably thought we were going to go spray for a day, but no, unfortunately not.
I'd love to, but somebody just got 2 inches of rain up here.
Again.
Every
time the Iowa guys come up, they bring the rain with them.
I come up here last fall, 4 inches of rain. At least I left 2 of it at home.
Is that what you got?
Yeah, 2 inches.
Yeah, but we've been having a good time. Chris is gone, but he's still in our friend group, so he comes up all the time. Well,
as much as I can.
As much as he can.
No, I just have to come see the toys. Now this is not going to be good for us.
Why? You're in the market for a sprayer, aren't you?
This isn't going to be good.
If we could go spraying, I'd unleash you in this thing.
I'd let her rip. I'd probably take your training wheels off.
Oh, come on now.
Nope. Experienced self-propelled operators don't need training wheels.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Eric and Brody are not going to like that comment.
I already gave them some guff about it.
I don't know. I don't know if they're used to the training wheels. I'll just say that. If you're not used to the training wheels...
Oh my goodness, we've got a problem.
Hydraulic oil level low. Yeah, they said that it's been doing that.
We checked it before we got in here.
Yeah. Oh, there it disappeared.
It's gone. She rides very, very smoothly. Surprisingly smoothly.
I will say. And if we could have had it out in the field, you'd be very impressed with how the booms do hold the ground. That turns off automatically.
It does.
All equipment should have whatever that thing is. It's an automatic battery disconnect. So you push it in the morning and it lights up your power to your machine, but your batteries never go dead. Well, I shouldn't say never go dead, but instead of forgetting to turn the disconnect off and in a week your case tractor's dead because...
A week?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Only a week?
Yeah.
We give it 3 days.
Yeah. That got me about 20 minutes ago. Be careful there, Chris. So the last time that you guys seen this thing, this is the one that the rear end puked on. Me and Chris were just walking around looking at it. It just got back here, I believe, right before the 4th of July, late at night. So it's dropped off. Update to it. What actually happened is the actual axle twisted off right at the bearing, I believe Dad said. So
He said there's a bearing that's only about that big around in there.
guess
It
so.
just barely goes around the axle.
Yeah. And it twisted off, and you could see it had previously been twisted, and then the inside let loose when he was in the mud, or approaching the mud. So I don't know what caused it. I got a good assumption it was maybe the tile plow last fall, when you told me that the 8-inch boot would work great, and going to Stevens County, and we were really working her.
You didn't kill it,
She was working, but
but it was all it wanted in first gear. I'll just say that.
yeah. So who really knows why it happened, but that was a good assumption. We also cracked another track frame. Chris, did you know that?
No.
Yeah, they got it down there and they started ripping it apart, and they're like, your track frame's cracked. So somewhere here or there, this was broke. So that added to the bill.
Is this the same one that did it the first time?
Yep.
So it's non-number 2.
It's the same exact tractor, and the only thing that gets done differently to this one than any other quad on the yard is the plow tile. So that's what we're kind of starting to blame that on, which is pretty discouraging for the fact that we do it ourselves thinking we're saving money, and then we get $35,000 repair bills to our tractor and downtime.
It almost made the season.
It did. I'm glad it puked at the end instead of like the first day in the fall.
Another 2 hours, it would have been done.
Yeah.
And then you would have found that in the fall.
Yeah, when we really needed her. Yeah. So that's the update to this fine girl. 6,200 hours on it.
She's just broke in. She's about ready for a new pair of shoes.
That is very true. Randy's been talking about new tracks for it, which come at the fine price of, well, Chris knows he had to buy us new ones last fall after he ripped all the lugs off.
Pocketbook still hurts.
Oh, yeah, not cheap.
You had to hang it up.
Just for memories, Chris.
Oh, you even welded a hook to it.
Yeah, 2023 corn harvest. I wrote it on there.
You did.
to the wall of shame.
Wow, we're gonna need a bigger wall.
Chris has found Eric's lunch pail, so he's just putting a bunch of garbage in it.
Eric wasn't here when I was here. I'm a little upset with him.
Yeah, Eric's with his family.
So he's gonna get a present from me.
Wow.
Oh,
She's already full.
his box is gonna run out. It's not gonna fit. He's getting a flow meter. Oh,
Oh, you broke it.
Eric.
See? Look what happens when he shows up.
Eric.
Well, unfortunately, Chris has to go home. He's got to be home to load pigs tomorrow. He's invited me down, and I declined the offer.
We've got 2 loads.
Sounds like a blast.
I almost empty, and
Yeah.
then it'll be another 4 months of chores before we do it again. And again. And again.
And again, and again, and again.
So enjoy that day.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you guys Monday. Tomorrow.
You gotta work tomorrow.
The grind continues.
Yep, 6 a.m. Doug said.
No. Chris left a present for you.
In my cooler?
Yeah. It's Monday morning.
Is it gonna jump out? What is this?
You said he had to leave his mark. He just filled it full of just
It's
random
everything
stuff.
that's in the shop already.
He was very disappointed not to see you.
He didn't leave me his number. Thank you, Chris.
And he broke your lid too.
Yeah, I see that. That's fine.
We gotta go do the lift pump.
Alright, let's go.
Look at this guy. It's a mini duggo.
That's nice. Don't make fun.
We should all wear them.
I got some extra.
We're going safari hunting, it looks like.
Callie said I look like a solid African this morning. I said, yeah, kind of what they wear too. But
No,
shorts
you
up
gotta
here.
get the shorts going.
I need
They're
brun-
very
I need-
proud
I
of the
need-
shorts.
I need brunch shorts.
There you go. Here, we can cut those off if you want. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
No, these are my good pair. The ones that aren't
They'll be
stained
your best
yet.
pair after this.
Well, they're not stained yet.
Well, we get to go check a lift pump and show you guys and Eric how he wasted his time seeding a cover
My
crop.
cover crop. That was so aggravating to begin with.
Well, the 5 acres you ran short on, I promise you, it doesn't matter anymore.
God, probably the only 5 acres that are dry.
Probably.
Yeah, probably the only one that will grow. So we're approaching the,
Lakefront property.
well, it's supposed to be a field, but it's known to have issues, and the issue being this one. That is right there. So that's a 30 acre, what we call Carlson Slough, and what we got a crop out of it last year, right?
Yeah.
And well, some of the cover crop survived. Right there, right there.
That's about it.
This is 30 acres. We did put the cover crop on it because it's PP'd, because it looked like this most of the springtime, not quite this bad at all. And she's full because north of here, this eats a lot of water from north of here. Got what, 6 inches? I think I heard 4.5 in one storm, and then it rained all day. Or lots of big shots yesterday, so it becomes a holding pond.
Maybe the extra cover crop in there will suck the moisture down.
I see you rounded the corner. You didn't even back in. Brody would be very disappointed in your seating.
Unreal.
Who's this planner guy?
Unreal. It's not my department.
So this brings us to our destination and why we're out driving around, and you can see they're plugged. This is supposed to be full stream, jettisoning out. Oh yeah, and the pipes. Was that a dead mouse?
Gross.
So we get to grab the fish net, the bird net, and clean that out, pull the pumps out, clean the heads off. It's the T-post.
I don't have those.
When me and Chris were here yesterday, he really had a laugh at the T-post.
It's necessary when the water's down there.
There's a bunch of tadpoles or something swimming here. Coming up from the slough. I suggest going that way, guys. Oh yeah.
What do you got?
Some corn leaves for some odd reason.
They're trying to drown themselves, sending half their bodies down.
And then, what do we got here? This is just corn cob that plugs up this thing. There has been a phone call made to a lift station guy. After this year with the amount of rain, it's time for something better than a couple of trash pumps. That is what it's supposed to look like. And she's catching up a lot better. So it does, these do keep up with the 8-inch line that's in there, that goes into there, when they're not plugged. Brody, go stand in the corn so it looks like it's waist tall.
Muddy up there. You go out there. They'll be waist tall on you.
It's,
After you squish through the mud.
yeah, yeah, get out there real in the muck. I bet the guy that he's on the phone with has no idea what that sound is. All right, next job on the list here is fixing what we had to undo and end up destroying due to the tractor breakdown. That expensive valve, which I found out is very expensive. Put a new one on. So we did put the old one on and tested it. It does work, but you can't ever bypass it. So we're gonna put that one on the shelf and keep in case we ever have an issue with one failing, and put a new one on. And they had they had to air hammer apart the fittings, so hopefully we're good. Here's the old one, and the problem was the plunger would not go in to disengage this, and we did manage to get it pulled out, so it does seem like it's working, but I don't trust it. Unfortunately, this piece through Deere is $1,700 and some odd change, And as I put it on my Instagram story, I found it online. I typed that part number in and hit Google Images, and it popped up the thing, and I went to the website and I bought it. Thought I was getting scammed, but it was worth it for $1,000. Literally.
Order
saved
one that
$1,000
comes
bucks.
with new, or order the additional fittings though, because
Yeah, this one got banged up.
we get
pretty
lucky.
good.
Or we're
So-
going to be unlucky.
We're into it for $715 now instead of $1,715.
You got a reset.
So we're gonna put it on, and our hopes are to get this serviced up and unhooked today. How come it won't start?
Because we were on the threads.
Probably. There we go.
Don't get hurt now.
Okay, I think we are back together here, so we should be functioning.
Yep, it's cracked back here too.
Oh, good. Excellent. This is what I like to hear. Okay, we're back together. We're gonna unfold it here, twist the rest of the knobs on all the other ones, make sure it raises, lowers, and isn't all goofy. And then shovels, grease, check the cracks, weld the cracks. Should be good. Okay, we twisted all the buttons. We're gonna see if she folds all wonky or raises and lowers all weird, but it looks like she's all synced up. That's good news. I didn't want to have to re-level it. What do you think?
Pinch it in there somehow. It's not good. So if this was 500, 600, 700, this here flat piece of steel, that could be.
We've actually have time now to fix stuff the right way. So when this all fell apart this spring, this got lost, this got busted, was unable to fold it. Well, now we're looking into it and can see that the wheel is now running off the side here because this is supposed to be a runway. And somehow this piece, I don't know if you can see it, is bent backwards. So we need to disassemble all of these components, try to bend this giant 1-inch thick piece of steel, because I don't know if the camera shows, you can see she's bent from about right here up. And we're missing more keys. So we're gonna tear down the EH up.
It's not exhaust gas, is it?
Well, what do you think?
I think I'm set up. I just need heat.
Okay. We're gonna try to heat this up with a torch without, what are those called? A rosebud tip? We need a rosebud tip. We'll check in about 20 minutes when it's red hot. I would almost like it to be overbent a little bit. Approvable?
Passable. So I just had 60,000 pounds on there because I felt as maxed out as a guy would want to go.
Probably. I hate pressure.
It's amazing.
I hate springs and I hate pressure. Because that's when stuff explodes.
See, I've never really been to a good hot spring. I think it'd be kind of fun.
Oh.
It is not worse as the last washer.
If you guys don't have these roll key punches for an air hammer, get them. They work good.
Is it colder down there?
It's a lot. I'm in the shade, kind of. See?
Okay, I think we are back together. Hopefully that prevents this from happening again and also gets this running closer to center. Nonetheless, we tried. We fixed something. That I know we did do. We bent metal straight again. What I'd really like to do is try to bend this up, but I pretty much know for a fact this is cast, and heating and bending cast equals breaking off cast. So she is what she is. That's a dayer, but she's gonna get new.
1,
We call them 1 day or 2 days or good. The 1 day means you can run the shovel one more day. This one would probably run a day, but after that you're gonna start losing coverage. So that one's getting new. That one's new. So we've been running a test on this field cultivator with these. How many did you do, Brody? 10 of them, 5 on each side?
Yeah, something like that.
So we replaced all the shovels behind the left track and the right track like a third of the way through the season. And here's the difference. These ones were hard tip, hard surfaced. Supposed to be, what are they called? High efficiency?
Sure.
Okay, whatever. We'll just call them, we're going to call them high efficiency.
Productivity.
High productivity, whatever. So these have the same exact amount of acres. This one was on the left side of the tractor. This one's on the right side of the tractor on the same exact row. So you can see it's definitely doing something.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I don't know what the price difference is on them, but they're definitely working. Like this one, this is the first one. This would have been a better test to do. This is the lead one.
In that spot.
Now there's a really noticeable difference. He took the one off right there, which is fine, but that's probably the biggest noticeable difference.
That's truly remarkable.
So there's our fun little.
They kind of look like they might handle worn out bushings a little better.
Yeah,
They don't show the signs of worn out bushings.
when the shank starts lying or not running true. So here's some of the trophies that he's gotten throughout throughout the season. Lots of different chains are pretty popular. Whatever this thing is. Oh, that's an old sickle section from something very, very old. We're just gonna roll with the Bobcat today. Bring him right to the scrap yard. What's that thing? Oh. The last and final thing to do to this thing, I believe, unless we get convinced to do some bushings on shanks. I really don't want to have to do it, but this thing was fully rebuilt. Like what we did this early spring to our 45-foot digger where we replaced these. Every single one on this field cultivator got done, I believe, in 2020. But the ones behind the wheel tracks are terribly, terribly honed out. At least the first couple rows are. Randy really seems to want them redone.
He did request.
He did request it.
But we don't have any.
We don't have any, so I'd have to order some. I believe kibble delivery truck is tomorrow, so we'd have them tomorrow. But what we can do tonight, or today, is weld the crack. This one ain't too bad. The other side's a little worse, but it's the same exact spot on each side of the field cultivator, so we're gonna weld on a gusset like we did to the 45-footer. This thing is full of them. As the areas crack, we add that gusset, and it don't seem to ever re-crack in that same area. So we're gonna do that here and hopefully eliminate the issue. And this is what that looks like. So we got her tacked on there. I cleaned up the steel. We're gonna get the welder. We're looking for a hoodie or something to wear because the last time I did this, tacked for, or welded for like 5 minutes in this, I burnt and I'm still peeling from it. So I don't feel like repeating that lesson. This, woo, is gonna be hot. See, now I'm cut open and I gotta wear welding gloves.
You look like a perfect welder right now. You're all cut up.
Oh, it hurts really bad, I'm not gonna lie. I'll lay a bead for you, Brody.
How good it be?
Professional grade farmer weld. You next? Oh man, that is hot. But we're welded. Someone wanna try to beat me on my welding skills? Because that was very poor. The longer on the third,
Oh my, you got burned.
no, I didn't. On the third pass around, the care level, the one that's supposed to look good, the care level because of the heat level
So don't look.
started going down. It's okay, it's not my best work.
I think you look pretty good.
Oh, thank you. So the last project before, well, paint. We got paint. We are gonna mount a digger tire. Whose idea was this? This was Brody's idea, which was a great idea to have one of these with because it's very inconvenient, like what happened this year when he was on Highway 12, State Highway, and blows up a digger tire, and there he sits. Yeah, so we're gonna have a digger tire. We'll probably won't leave it on here over the summer for rotting reasons, but we're getting her set up with some threaded rod so we can take that off, fix. Since he's got his field seal now with his impact gun, it'll work out great, won't it? Oh, I think we're good.
We'll have wiggle room in that.
Are we welding that one or no? We certainly don't maybe need it. Could tighten the nuts down, then weld it.
How much torque do you think she's gonna take?
An impact, taking it off.
Are we ready?
How's Randy gonna do by himself?
Yeah, one guy might have a fight on his hands. And there we go. We're rigged up. Like I said, we're gonna take this off, put it in the shed. I don't want the sidewall rotting out when not in use. Maybe we should take tires off to all the diggers. Put them in the shed.
Put them on the blocks.
No, oh gosh.
We could just go park it in the cities and do it for you.
It'll be better once it's lowered down.
You ready?
Oh, that's nice.
I'll hold it too.
Well, we've moved it back to where we started working on it. I think we've kind of decided, may as well, if we got time, to replace those black shank housings behind the tractor tracks. So I've got 8 of them ordered. I think that'll be plenty to do that. And that will be maybe a tomorrow project, but I think it's gonna be the end of the day or the end of the video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing Chris, and we'll see you guys in the next video.